Still say ballers.
I'll tell you that. You know
Is that still a word?
That is. Listen. That is. That's the pinnacle of class.
Did baller get yeeted?
Yeeted?
Yeah. Is it cringe?
Oh my God.
I'm learning words.
Your child is teaching you things that you should not know.
My child didn't teach me yeeted. I learned that one all by myself.
Yeeted. What is yeeted?
Yeeted, toss, thrown out.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Look, dude, spend more time in your Urban Dictionary.
Yeah, I yeet to.
It's.
That's right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this Friday Night Lights edition. This very special Super Bowl LVI, number 56 edition of the Loop Power Rankings, brought to you by 36 Pitch Productions. My name is Brian Burns.
And I'm Matt Vega.
This is a very special edition for a couple of reasons, one of which is because this is the final weekend of the NFL for this year. And also...
Yeah, not forever.
Not forever.
Yeah.
Unless the USFL takes over. Which it very well could.
We could see another merger in a very quick...
We could have a Super Bowl.
Yeah, in a very quick 12 to 15 years, we could have another merger here.
TikTok. But also, this is the final episode of the Loop Power Rankings that will be coming to you lovingly from Burbank Studios. And frankly, I couldn't care less. Because we'll be getting a whole new studio in the famed NoHo Arts District. Right down there in the triangle by the wonderful In-N-Out walk-up window.
Directly across the street from where many of your favorite adult films are filmed.
Yeah, lucky us. Okay, that's enough. This weekend, the Los Angeles Rams will be playing a home game for the championship of the world against the Cincinnati Bengals in the soon-to-be Olympic battleground called SoFi Stadium.
Really, it's just the best in this mainland country of ours.
Absolutely.
We say the world, but no, we don't invite anyone else to play.
We don't. However, we will go to them.
Oh, sure.
We will be playing in Munich next year.
We'll show you how we do it.
That's right. We play in London. We tried Mexico City on that 80-yard football field.
Dude, but Mexico City goes aggro.
Does it?
When the NFL comes.
Yeah?
Cowboy fans, Raider fans. There's other fans mixed in there. But they go nuts.
Do they?
They go nuts.
I bet they do.
Yeah.
Why
Dude,
not?
Yeah.
Who doesn't like football?
Everybody loves football.
Everybody loves football.
Grown men chasing each other around in helmets and hitting each other in the head, trying to get an oblong ball across a goal line and then kick it through a giant yellow H. It's American is what it is.
It's magic.
Yeah.
It's American magic. So what we have 2 weeks ago, in case you forgot, Joe Burrow and the mighty Cincinnati Bengals have taken down the juggernaut. The Cincinnati Bengals have beat the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah, that was right.
It was really well done and unexpected. Very close game. A high-flying spectacle. And then the Rams won the fist fight in the phone booth against the San Francisco 49ers. How satisfying after 6 consecutive losses.
That's exactly what it was. It was a fist fight.
It really was. It was a beautiful thing to watch. And there was not a dull moment the whole time.
Both games.
Both games.
Fantastic.
You never knew what was going to happen.
Yeah. I hope the Super Bowl is half as good as the AFC Championship game.
I don't have any doubt that it will be.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be very exciting.
I agree.
I would say, because of the parties involved, I think it will be one that we will look back on and say, man, that was the beginning of something very special. Both teams seem to be coming into their own right at the right time. They're playing good football as they go into the championship game, and that's what you want. You start gelling when that happens.
Usually. I love jelly.
Now, who doesn't love jelly? I had 5 peanut butter and jelly sandwiches today.
You did.
I did.
You did.
We're out of food because we're moving.
Poor.
That's right. That's right. I do believe it will be more of a defensive fight though than anticipated.
Okay.
Okay. What are you thinking?
Well, if the Bengals want to pull away and take home the Lombardi trophy, they got to do a few things. They got to keep Joe Burrow clean.
That's true.
Okay?
Yep.
He's had some of the worst offensive line play of any team this season.
That's right.
He's had the shit beat out of him. He keeps coming out clean on the other side, but you can't go to the well too many times is going to come up dry.
That's right.
I mean, it's just, you can't count on him to keep doing the things he does.
That's right.
It's great that he can do them.
Absolutely.
We all love to see it. However, that's going to be one big thing. If they want to come away with the win, Joe Burrow's got to stay clean. At least he's got to have a little bit of time to see what's going on down the field. Speaking of staying clean, they're going to have to do a lot of different things. One of those things would be how you're going to call the game, right? How we're going to we got to call a lot of quick passes. We got to get Joe Mixon involved.
Joe Mixon.
You got to keep the defensive line. You got to keep them. You got to keep them honest. Okay, if they're charging Joe Burrow, if that's all they're focused on, they're going to give him a hell of a day. But if they got to worry about Joe Mixon doing what he can do, you know, you got to run up the middle. You got to keep them honest. Like I said, take your chances in the run game. You're not going to get a lot sometimes because it's a tough line they're going against.
Yeah.
You also got to throw them screens.
That's right.
Okay.
Right.
You got to keep those defensive linemen from just coming straight upfield. Throw a couple screens. Get them on the run. Get them sideline to sideline. Tire them out. It's the only chance you have, I think, at keeping this defensive line from dominating the game. Last, get Matt Stafford when he goes deep. What I mean by that, he's going to take his shots.
Yeah.
One thing the Bengals do have in the secondary, they got a lot of makeshift. They got a makeshift secondary with their kind of journeyman corners that they just kind of grab through free agency. One guy though, Jesse Bates, has been a mainstay there for the past 3-4 years. He's been getting better and better in each year. He plays the center field real good, and they're going to need him to do that because Matt Stafford likes to take his shots. They're not always accurate. We talked about it before.
That's right.
Within the past couple months, it's actually looked a little bit worse. He's underthrowing balls. He's throwing into double coverages. They need to take advantage when he does that, and they get the turnovers. And those are the three things I think they need if they're going to come away with the victory. On the Rams side, one, you got to stay zone. I know they got Jalen Ramsey. I know he wants to lock up on Jamar Chase and just shut. I know he wants to do that because that's what he does.
Sure.
He shuts guys down. You need to take a half of the field. Give that to Jalen Ramsey. You stay on this side. Whatever Jamar does, don't worry about it. You got to bracket him. Play zone. Don't give in. Don't go one-on-one with him because if you put Jalen Ramsey one-on-one with Jamar Chase,
that's right.
Who's covering T. Higgins?
That's right.
Who's covering Tyler Boyd?
Who's there? Casper, the friendly ghost. You can see right through him.
I mean, the tight end, they got all these guys. Well, actually, Ozuma's probably hurt.
Well, here's the thing. I heard, this just in. Uzuma, while he has I believe it was a sprained MCL, it wasn't enough to keep him out of the game. Here, the words out of his mouth were he's playing in that game.
Okay.
I mean, you know how it is.
It's
a Super Bowl.
It's
a Super Bowl.
It's a fucking Super Bowl.
Unfortunately, though, I mean, if we can both cut a thumb off of each hand, Tyler Higbee is also injured, but I do not think he will be coming. As it stands right now, it shows him as being injured and not playing. But instead, we have Blanton, who had a hell of a game.
Blanton's not
2 weeks ago. Blanton had a hell of a game coming in for Tyler Higbee.
Yep.
Who's been an absolute stud, blocking, catching. He's done everything assignment, and Blanton came in, and you didn't really notice, right? And that's what you need, a backup that lets you not notice that he's there.
He was unremarkable.
He was unremarkable.
There were no remarks to make about
That's right. He caught some passes. He made some blocks.
Did his job.
Continue.
That's all you want.
Sorry to interrupt. Yes. So you were saying Uzuma and
Okay. So you got to stay zone. They got too many weapons on the Bengals to match up one-on-one.
Right.
You don't have that kind of defensive firepower.
That's right.
You got to stay zone. You got to count on your front four. You got to not blitz. Just make Joe Burrow beat you with the short stuff. They were doing it to Mahomes. It took him 4 or 5 months to get used to that throughout the season. Get patient. Then he learned how to do it. The offense became a lot more dangerous.
Yeah.
Bengals need to do that in a hurry. Next, for the Rams, Donald needs to get in the face of Joe Burrow.
Oh boy does he.
I mean, he really has to. Not that he's not bringing it every game. They're going to double team him. They're going to triple team him.
Yeah.
They got to do something. They got to run stunts. They got to run some games up front. Something to get him loose. Get him in Joe Burrow's face. You got to flush him, move him from the spot. He is dangerous on the move, but it's better than him just sitting there picking them apart.
Yeah.
Last but not least, we talked about who's going to cover the tight end. Who's going to cover a lot of these guys. I'm going to call a specific name. Reader. Mr. Reader.
Oh my God. Say it.
He's a liability.
Absolutely.
He's an absolute liability.
Yep.
Last game he was picked on, and he was made a fool of,
Yep.
if you're going to ask me. Okay? He was made a fool of. He's your middle linebacker.
That's
or
right.
at least he's one of the 2 middle linebackers that they play in the nickel package.
That's right.
He's fast, got a lot of athleticism. He's not standing up well in the run game. He's not bringing hits. He's not shedding blocks. He's not tackling well, and he's not playing coverage well. He needs a real big week, and he needs to cover the middle of that field.
That's right.
Those are the 3 things for the Rams. You got to stay zoned, get in Joe's face with Donald, and Reader needs to step up. The linebackers in general need to cover the middle of the field because it's going to be a lot of soft coverage. And not just Jamar, but again, Higgins.
That's right.
Boyd, Ozuma. They
Yep.
all do it in the middle of the field. And
They live on those big plays.
They live on the big
If you
plays.
let them beat you over the top, they will.
Yeah,
and,
absolutely.
Yeah, I like this. Look, Joe Burrow's going to get his yards.
Sure.
Right? But if you can contain him, if you can hope to give him his 7 to 12 yards of passing and don't give up those big plays, then you can manage the scoreboard.
Absolutely.
Right? Then you can manage the scoreboard. Along with what you were saying, I believe everything that you said is accurate. As a franchise, you have to take care of your man. You have to. You cannot allow him to get planted 9 times in a game. And God damn it, that Joe Burrow, he gets right back up, doesn't he? But green does not look good on that uniform. It's a good thing. His salary isn't hitting the cap too much. They can, use some money by get that kid a line.
That's usually that's the thought is you want to get a young quarterback playing at the highest level,
Right.
and surround him with greatness.
That's right. Second, I think I like the Joe mix and match there.
Yeah.
Right? You got to balance it. You got to mix and match passing and also running. You've got to make it balanced because if you're just relying on Burrow to throw the ball, then there's no balance there.
Yeah.
The defense knows what's coming and they're going to come in.
You got to at least make them think.
You got to make them there. And I will say this. I feel very strongly that secondary, not primary, but secondary players are going to have to come up big.
Oh yeah.
Joe Mixon, Samaj P. Ryan. Samaj?
Samaje.
I'm such an idiot. I had him on my fantasy team this year, and I can't pronounce his first name. P. Ryan.
Yeah.
He's going to have to come up big because Mixon's not going to be able to do it on his own, right? They have to be able to use him and let him have some time.
Oh, I think Mixon. I don't see Mixon come off the field.
I think Mixon. Look, I think Mixon is a big, strong back, but he's going to need to take his breath, and you can't afford to not have a good. So as we were saying about Blanton, you have to have a second. You have to have a backup come in that's worthwhile. You have to not be able to know something. And P. Ryan, I think, is really good.
And if I'm Joe Mixon, though, I'm going to say this: good luck getting me off the fucking field.
I think that's the attitude you got to have.
Yeah.
Right? That's the attitude you got to have for the Super Bowl. Joe Burrow, can you believe not one vote for MVP this year? Not one vote. He took the Cincinnati Bengals to the Super Bowl. Not one vote. With the penetration that the defensive line is going to get for the Rams, I think you're absolutely right. I think they have to throw the screens because as the great Pete Give Me the Rock Burns says, when you're getting penetration in the backfield, you got to throw a screen.
Yeah.
You got to throw a screen.
Absolutely.
You got to keep them honest.
Pete Burns is a smart guy.
That's right. Pete Burns is a smart guy. I will say, as I've been saying, the 3, in my opinion, the keys to winning for the Rams. 1, finish. Wrap up. Finish your tackles.
Looking at you, reader.
Finish your drives. Finish the game. 2, get strong up the belly. Just tighten it up. For crying out loud.
Nobody likes a soft midsection.
That's right. And 3rd, win this. I love a cute little belly. Little belly. 3, win the turnover battle. No interceptions, no fumbles, please. Please. That being said, I think this is going to be a very exciting game, Matt. We haven't given our scores or our points yet, but I will say this. I believe that the Rams are going to win this game. I believe that the Rams are going to keep... I believe they're going to come out of the gate very strong as they always do. It'll be 14 points at the half. They'll be ahead 14 at the half. And then there will be a letdown. Cincinnati will come back. I believe it will be very tight.
Yeah, I agree.
I believe that the Rams will be ahead probably by 3. And then there will be a defensive stop and a big push at the end. And the final score will be 27-17 after a, touchdown with 3 or 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
That is eerily specific. We're
I'm
going to replay this Sunday.
That's right.
And see if any of this holds true.
I'm telling you, I was driving around, and that's what popped into my head. I was like 27-17.
Okay.
I think it's going to be super tight, and right at the end, they're going to clinch it.
Okay.
That's what I think.
So, okay. So you got the Rams.
I've got the
27-17.
Rams. Well, don't let my outfit fool you. I couldn't get mad in Bengals colors if I tried.
We're just representing the team.
That's right.
As a whole.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, speaking of not getting me in Bengals colors ever, I too am going to. I'm going to side with you on the Rams. I think are going to take this.
Yeah.
Before I give my pick and why, I did want to mention one guy on the team who's got a special thing that no other player has, and that's Whitworth, your left tackle for the Los Angeles Rams.
That's right.
He's the only player to play on both of these teams.
How about that?
Yeah, right? He
that?
struggled for 7 years in Cincinnati, blocking for the likes of Andy Dalton, finishing with losing records. Finally gets granted his free agency. Signs with the Rams, puts in maybe a year, that first year with Goff. Things came out looking good.
Mm-hmm.
Then there was that shit year with Goff.
Yeah.
And they traded him.
Yep.
And they get Matt Stafford.
Mm-hmm.
And all of a sudden the guy's in the Super Bowl. Only guy, both of these teams. And maybe he's some kind of good luck charm. I thought it was interesting.
Well,
he's a fucking beast of a man.
Yep.
He's our age. And he's starting at left tackle in the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
40 years old.
Yeah.
That might not seem like a big deal to a lot of people, but wrap your fucking head around that. Anybody who's over the age of 35.
Well, this year, I believe he was the oldest man not named Tom Brady to play in the NFL.
That's true.
What does that tell you? Tom Brady is a quarterback.
Yeah.
Whitworth is hammering people with his body every play.
And getting hammered every play.
That's right. That's right. Also, he just received the Walter Payton Man of the Year. Yeah. So congratulations to him.
Congratulations.
Good dudes out there. Really good dudes. Speaking of awards, I almost missed this too.
Oh.
This is, speaking of incredible offense, which is what we're going to see. Cooper Kupp was given the offensive player of the year.
How did we not mention that?
How did we not mention that? And also,
had the Triple Crown this year.
not to mention, Jamar Chase was voted the offensive rookie of the year.
Shocker on that one.
No, I mean, who's surprised? I'm telling you, it's gonna be a hell of a fight.
It's gonna be a hell of a fight. And
That's
with
right.
all that,
With all that being said.
with all that offensive star power, firepower, I really do think, I think the Rams showed they were capable of duking it out in that slugfest with the Niners. But I think that their game and where they're more comfortable is playing the style of football that the Bengals play. I think defense is gonna. I don't think it's going to be a defensive battle. I'm going to say I'm going with 34-31.
Woo!
Again, by a field goal. 34-31. I'm seeing a lot of offensive big plays. It's going to come down to that one or two defensive plays. There's not going to be a lot of good ones. I don't think. There's not going to be a lot of hard causing fumbles. There's going to be an interception. There's going to be a stupid penalty. There's going to be something. There's going to be something and a turnover, and that's going to be the difference. Whatever defense makes the play, they're going to have to make one play. Whatever defense gets it, that's the team that wins.
That's right.
That's where I'm going, and I'm going to say the Rams are going to do it, only because you got Jalen Ramsey, you got Aaron Donald, you got Floyd, you got all these people over there with a lot of experience and a lot of ability. I think one of them is going to make a play. What did I say? 34-31?
34-31. That's right, a field goal.
Los Angeles, root for the home team.
We're in agreement. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us this evening, this morning. If you're watching during the day, maybe you're watching at night.
Yeah, it's when you're watching.
That's right.
This doesn't matter.
Thank you for joining us this week. Thank you for joining us over the course of the year. We very much enjoyed this, and we will continue.
What a year.
What a year. Who knew what was going to happen?
Not us.
Not a chance. I barely know anything about football.
I barely know what's going to happen tomorrow.
Oh my gosh. But thank you for joining us. We've enjoyed this immensely. We will continue to do this.
More of it.
More of it. Same platform, all kinds of different ideas. In the meantime, take care of yourselves, be kind to each other, enjoy the Super Bowl, the glorious non-holiday that is the Super Bowl. Shut everything down, put 5,000 calories in your body, and enjoy the afternoon. Go Horns!
And as always, if you cannot be an athlete, be like us, be an athletic supporter.
That's right.